So Chris, you're an expert. You've been to all 5 Question Time events in London. A few people asked, and it came up a few times, if we don't innovate, what's the cost of not innovating?
Yeah. No, I think there's the question of what's the cost of not doing it, but there's also the question of what is it that should be done. I think a lot of people are afraid of making the wrong decision, so then they end up making no decision. And I think what the panel illustrated very clearly is that actually no decision is worse than making the wrong decision. It's better to make a wrong decision and learn than not. I mean, a gentleman from Capita, for example, was saying that, you know, we have a set budget for these things, and actually half will fail and half will not. That's exactly the right, but he says that, you know, some will fail, some will not, and that's how they learn, and that's acceptable. I think a lot of organizations would struggle with that, where they say we'll take on technology, but it might fail. A lot of people are afraid. And I think a lot of people who are risk averse in terms of technology, they don't understand the potentials in terms of how little can go how far. And I think a lot of the examples of the panel were showing that they'd made small changes, or they'd made evolutions like CWT. You know, had simply just brought in a CTO from outside the area, and now they're transforming massively in a short amount of time. So you know, you can make a little bit of a change and implement things and make a really healthy.
Yeah, I think they said it was a mind shift in terms of going for innovation that took 2 years, where everything was over tried and tested.
Yeah.
The product got to market, it was too late, and now they innovate or release new product quarterly.
Absolutely.
And speaking of CWT, we had competitors there. We had TMCs competing, but yet at the very end we went to where is innovation coming from, and it's coming from retail, it's coming from outside of travel. So Amazon was mentioned as an example.
Well, I mean, I run a company that's been working for the hospitality side of travel, so the hotel, we do service apartments. But what I find is in travel, the innovation is a lot more hesitant than it is outside of travel. So actually bringing in expertise and background from outside is clearly something that's needed because it hasn't come from within typically. So those few of us who do provide something that is, you know, groundbreaking or helping the industry move forward, we have trouble trying to convince people that, you know, you really should make a change. So if the more people we can get into the travel industry from parallel industries, the better.
Very interesting. Let me finish with this. Give us a nugget or a gem. You've done 5 of these events, so there's definitely something that brings you back every single time. What is it?
I really enjoy these events. Don't attract just one part of the travel industry. They're wide. So you get people from air, from hotel, from transportation. And what I enjoy is just getting a little bit of touch point as to where are we, what are people worried about. At the last event, there was huge discussion around personal data security, etc. That didn't actually come up today at all. I mean, there was a mention saying that in the future we might worry about it, but nobody actually kind of paused on it. That was a big thing last time. So because I work in technology, I run a technology company, I like to go to an event which is like this, where there's audience participation. There isn't just kind of someone sitting at the front and dictating. To get a feel for what are people thinking these days, what's the current undercurrent, what is actually the one or few themes that get pulled up most. And to me, that's what these events are about. They're enough of shall we say, small enough event that you get good interaction, and you can get a feel for where the industry's going.
Excellent. Well, thanks for your time, Chris.
Thank you.